So you want to be a weapon tricker, specifically a bow staff weapon tricker. Well, you came to the right place because I'm going to tell you everything you need to know to become a proficient bow staff tricker. And maybe some stuff you didn't need to know. But either way, run that intro. What's up, guys? It's the only ninja wearing aviators and a superhero hat, and welcome to the Modern Ninja channel here where we do all kinds of martial arts stuff all the time. I recently released a video telling you how to become a sword tricker. And now we're doing one for bow staff, which is arguably one of my favorite weapons. But before we get started doing all the fancy tricks and me showing you a couple techniques that you can do at home to practice, you got to figure out what kind of bow staff you want. And the amount of options can be kind of overwhelming. I get it. So let's figure out exactly which one works and why. And in turn, which one doesn't work and why. First, we're going to start with this one. This one is just a foam staff. It's got a plastic center core. It's great for contact, making sure you're gonna hit people, but it's not gonna, knock them out or kill them. This is great for contact practice and combat practice, but not so great for tricking. We don't want all that wobble. So this one, not gonna work. Next, we have your very traditional, straight, untapered bow staff. This is excellent for practice, making sure it doesn't break under stress whenever you're blocking or striking someone else's staff in training. This is excellent for a lot of things. Great for strength training. These things are heavy. You can do a lot of different strength training drills to help build up your overall strength and your speed with your weapon. However, if you do all those tricks with this weapon and it whacks you on the head, which it probably will do at one point or another, it will not be a fun time for you. So as nice as this bow staff is, and honestly as common as this type of bow staff is in martial arts schools, like if you go to a martial arts school right now, you probably have something like this at your school. As great as it is, it's not gonna work for us. Whee! I really rolled for a while. Still rolling, jeez. Next is your tapered bow staff. This is very similar to your traditional oak bow staff, but this is going to have tapers on each side. Taper means simply it gets smaller as one goes. And I would say this is a great for beginners. It's going to be slightly heavier than your specific tricker staffs, but it's going to allow you to build up the wrist strengths to be able to do all the cool things super fast, and it's not going to hurt you too bad if you end up messing up. It's great for the first stages in learning how to do your bow staff tricks and strikes, getting you used to striking fast, striking hard, having good form. It's not super heavy, so it's easier to control and allow you to really practice that good form no matter what you end up practicing, what bow staff you end up using. This is going to be great for starters, but that's not good enough for us here. I have been tricking for quite a long time, so what happens when you get past the beginner stages of learning your bow staff and you want to get into something a little bit more seasoned? See, that one didn't roll nearly as long. That's when we get into our tricker bow staff. And yes, I have pink socks. They're fuzzy and comfortable. Leave me alone. But regardless, this bow staff is going to be really light and really doable for any of our high-flying tricks that allow us to spin, catch it behind our back, and do all that crazy stuff. This is going to be very light, and so if we whack ourselves on top of the head, it's not going to do permanent brain damage, which is always a good thing. I have way too many concussions as it is. I don't need my bow staff giving me any more. With that lightness, it allows us to get much faster with our bow staff movements and with our bow staff tricks. There is a downside to this guy though. If you are not well practiced and comfortable with your bow staff, it's very easy to, and I'm not gonna actually do it, but to snap your bow staff in half. I have snapped my fair share of bow staff that have been even stronger than this one. So if you are not in the business of buying a really expensive bow staff over and over and over again, I suggest you using one of those other ones to start out, like, the one that I said you should start out with. And as you get more comfortable, you can get a fancy tricker staff for yourself at the end, or at least after you get more comfortable. And as always, links down below and a discount code for you if you want to get your own. I got you.
Quick break to tell you, well, I guess to tell Century, thank you for sending me this awesome hoodie set. This is super comfortable, super light, and I will absolutely be keeping warm in this hoodie because we all know I like the ninja aesthetics, and being able to kick and use my weapons while staying comfortable is always a plus. So if you want something like this or anything else that Century has, definitely check them out. Links down in the description. And as always, use the code NINJA10 to get 10% off your purchase. You're welcome.
But what are some tricks that we can start learning right now that will give us a head start on the competition? Well, the first thing you should probably work on is your hand roll. It's called a hand roll because it literally rolls over your hand. To do that all the way through, nice and slowly and staying smooth, you're gonna give yourself a thumbs up, figuratively, not actually. You're gonna give yourself a thumbs up, tilt over your hand, you're gonna let go and release the bow staff, let it roll in the back of your hand, and reach underneath to catch it. It is not a slow trick though. This requires momentum. So if you do step by step, you're gonna find yourself getting stuck somewhere. You don't want that. You wanna add momentum and let it keep going. Only go one way in one direction and then go in the opposite way in the other direction. The reason for that is because if you keep going, eventually you're gonna run out of bow staff, and we don't want that. So we wanna go one direction to the top and one direction to the pinky. Thumb, pinky, thumb, pinky. And when you get real good, you can keep that going indefinitely for pretty much ever until you get bored, I guess. The next is the toss. For that toss, all we're going to do, once we understand our hand roll, we're going to give it a palm up. We're gonna push upwards, directly up, not out, not towards us, but up, and then switch hands. As we, again, add momentum, that becomes push and switch. Now you can choose to do no spins, you can choose to do a half spin, or you can choose to do as many as you can in the ceiling height that you are gifted with. I really can't stress how important it is to not hit your ceilings or your fans. Those things break so fast. So we have our hand rolls, we have our toss. Now, to get our last thing that really will knock the socks off of people is the palm spin. I love the palm spin. It's a very crowd-pleasing moment, and it's not super hard to do. What you're gonna do is you're gonna take your bow staff, grab it from underneath, not using your thumb. Whoop, you're gonna act like you have non-primate hands. And you're gonna grab it with just your fingers, palm up, and to your opposite hip. I'm grabbing it with my right hand and then bringing it to my left hip. I'm then going to rotate that staff till my hand is flat above my head. I want to be able to hold it flat and not let the bow staff roll off. If it rolls off, obviously, if it rolls forward, means your hand's tilted to the forward. And if it rolls backwards, well, it means it's tilted to the back. I feel like that part's obvious, but I digress. Again, just like all the other tricks with your bow staff, it's momentum based. So you're gonna start your momentum into your spin. Give it a little flick of the wrist and release for your spin. If you really wanna be if you want to get extra credit or whatever for this trick, you can always push it away from you and catch it again, or even push it away from you and catch it behind your back, just like that. I almost messed that up. But, now you got 3 or 4 or 5, technically, depending on how you count them, tricks that you can work right now in your backyard, as well as all the other tutorials I've ever done on bow staff, and there are a lot. But yeah, let me know if you like this tutorial and if you want to see others like it. I swear, I'm actually kind of good at bow staff, guys, I promise. But if you want to see others like it, let me know down in the comments below. And if you would like to be one of these guys at the end of all my videos, definitely consider becoming a member. You could do it for like $2 if you wanted to. So if you want to have your name at the end of my videos and see all of my videos ahead of time before they actually get posted, these guys are where you want to join. And if you don't want to or can't or whatever, feel free to just drop a like on the video. That would also be fantastic. But until next time, my name's DJ Moore. This is The Modern Ninja, and I'm out. Wait. Before that, just to prove to you that I'm not terrible, there we go. See? Now I'm out.
Be the Modern Ninja, bro.
Lift off.
Just know I'm dangerous.
I'm on that Bruce Lee, flow like water, state of mind. Got me going farther than I ever thought I could have been. Gotta grab a sheet of paper, as you know I got the pen. Anybody want to smoke your whole career be looking grim. Out here flashing chains while your boy been in the gym. Watch me spitting flames while the frogs try to